All right, check 1, 2, got it?
Yo.
Okay, that works for me.
Yeah.
Darius Rucker, Homegrown Honey, Kicks 105.5. A great day to you every Wednesday, like clockwork.
Keep the air conditioning on. I like the ambiance.
No, it's the sound is too much when it comes to the recording. And then I want to sound better when you post me on your social media pages than Jeff Garfield. So
he don't run the AC up there. It's cold.
Yeah, it's cold out here.
Actually, it's hot.
So let's get down to business. Barrett Insurance, good policies is every about 10 minutes till 8 o'clock or whenever he walks in the door. And
whenever Sean puts me on the air, don't let him lie to you. I've been here for 20 minutes.
Will you ever be more than one office for insurance? Do you have like a 5-year plan where you're thinking you're going to expand?
Honestly, I don't have a plan for that. Our biggest, first and foremost goal is to expand our current office. By moving to that new location, we have more ability to grow. So that's the big step right there.
Yeah, because your son is getting larger and your dog is getting larger. And who knows, at some point, you may want to get another dog to be, partners with Charlie. He gets lonely.
And we'll make Ethan the youngest insurance agent in history. How's that?
Somehow I have a strong feeling that as I'm here when I'm 80, Kicks 105.5 now, Ethan Barrett from Barrett Insurance. Well, as my father used to say.
As my daddy says.
Is a deductible something that resets every year? Is that something that every time you renew a new deductible, or once I use it or reach it, we're done with it, or does it keep coming back like eating chili dogs?
So you're thinking of health insurance where the deductible is cumulative for the year. So as you start to have medical expense, you start to see that deductible start chipping away, and then it resets at the next renewal. That's health insurance. That's not property and casualty. Property and casualty, that is a deductible per occurrence. So if I have a claim today...
Per occurrence?
Yes. So if I have a claim today and then have a claim next week, I'm going to have the deductible for both because they're different occurrences.
Very interesting.
It does not go away. Now, one interesting thing is that if you go loss-free for a period of time, I have millions of interesting things. Well, actually, define interesting, Sean. A lot of companies do deductible waivers and deductible reductions. So for every period of time that you go loss-free, you see your deductible come down. So it's not uncommon for people to have insurance policies that maybe had a $500 deductible to start that over the years has worked its way down to a $100 deductible or less because of being claims-free for so long.
Now, you kind of gave me a range. You said 500, 100. Is 100 kind of the bottom and 500 is kind of the top, or is there's even higher?
Yeah, so for auto insurance, you can go as low with some companies as a $0 deductible on comprehensive coverage. Then you can go to 50, 100, 250, 500, 750 with some companies, 1,000, 2,500. I think some go up to 5,000.
1250, do I hear 13?
So, and then with homeowners insurance, most companies, their lowest deductibles 500. Some go as low as 250. You can go to 1,000, 2,500.
And that's all companies that you represent.
Yes.
How many are you up to now?
Quite a few.
Okay. More than 8?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we have even more life insurance companies that we represent now. So,
does that get confusing when you're doing quotes? You're like, where do I start? But you have some general idea of like you're matching the person. I mean, that's what I'm in my head thinking.
Yeah,
you match the person, and you go, okay, these are their needs, and I think that this company fits those needs because each one's very unique. I think you're not just blanketing everybody. Okay, I got insurance, and boom, slap, there you go.
This is for insurance. You. Here you go. There are situations that present themselves that I go, okay, so I'm not going to go this route. I'm going to go over here because I think this will be a better fit for that person. And it's a combination of things. One, I want to make sure that I'm not wasting their time. I want to make sure that I'm not putting them with a company that's going to have a problem. I want them to be properly insured for the right price. I'm always going to shop multiple carriers. I'm never going to go, well, I think you fit with this one. I just don't feel that's appropriate. I feel that we should be shopping and finding best price and then dialing it all in together. It's the old cliche, the best coverage at the optimal price, blah, 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 But that's true. That's how we want to do it. We want to make sure that you are dialed in where you should be.
I'd like more blah, blah, blah and less deductible.
I don't say blah, blah, blah.
I don't say blah, blah, blah. You and I watch far too many of the same programs.
Yeah, but I have a 7-year-old. What's your excuse?
I pay for cable TV. And why waste it if I
like Adam Sandler? What can I say?
Hotel Transylvania. Mm-hmm. So is there anything that over the years that we have not touched upon?
Lots of things.
Thank God for that. I mean, in a business sense.
That's what I'm talking about, too. Gutter boy. No, I mean, I try to think of new and fresh things, but some of the things that we talk about are really hot button items that I think are worthy of repeating a lot. So that's why we kind of hit on the same things. But ultimately, what it comes down to is don't settle. Make sure that you have the coverage that makes you feel comfortable to sleep at night. Make sure that you are not blindly loyal to any particular coverage or company without seeing what else is out there. It's worthy of checking and exploring and making sure that you have what's appropriate. You may surprise yourself and go, man, I've been paying X amount of dollars thinking I had the best of the best of the best for however many years, and now I'm saving hundreds, if not almost $1,000, and I have just as good a coverage with this company. Why didn't I switch sooner? So it's important to think about those things.
Good fatherly advice too, by the way. Shop around before you lock it down.
So it's the double-edged sword of insurance. If you're with a company forever, you may be paying a great price, you may not be. You don't know. Good thing is it doesn't cost anything to shop. Two, if you're switching all the time, you're not garnering any loyalty with a company. So when you have claims, those claims are going to be looked at differently. If you have a claim today with a company that you've been with for 3 or more years, or in my case, maybe 12 years, they're going to look at it like, well, man, that's 12 years. This is your first claim. This is great. Here you go. Blah, blah, blah. No problem. Now let's say I shopped for price and I had that same claim with a new company that maybe I've been with for a week or a month or a year. They're going to look at it like, whoa, pump the brakes.
Already we got it.
Already. So, it's the double-edged sword of our industry. So it's about really making sure what's appropriate.
And on that note, for the next time you come next Wednesday, let's talk about when there is an incident and there has to be some type of investigation or further looking into something. So for next Wednesday's topic.
Can you write it in something? Can you write it on the Whoa, that's a smaller calendar than you used to have.
It's on the social media thing. We just recorded it. You'll have it there when you're listening later for your enjoyment in bed. I love talking to Sean.
My insomnia.
No. Do you have insomnia?
I do.
Oh, do you really?
Oh, yeah. It's called the 7-year-old who sleeps in my bed. Kicks me all night long.
It might be also the fact that every time I see you, you have a cup of coffee in your hand, and that stuff.
Well, that probably
has some jolt,
Yeah.
Mike Barrett, Barrett Insurance Agency. You can catch them in downtown St. Johnsbury, Portland Street, and the address is still going to be Portland Street, although it's going to change. You say we were, 2 weeks away?
I was hoping. We're going to probably delay it a little bit. So we're probably
more September then.
More close to September. Yeah. But the thing of it is, Sean, is we have a blank canvas right now. We have a building that's going to become an office that we have a vision for, and we feel like
furniture, artwork. You want to do a walkthrough.
Well, some of the rooms are too small for our setup, so we need to do some modifications there. And this may come as a shock to people, but contractors are hard to come by these days.
I could recommend one for you, John Chrisman Construction. No, now that's on your post too.
Hey, there you go.
Free plug for you, John.
10% off.
So if you have questions or you have some ideas for decorating, you can call Barrett at Barrett Insurance Agency by dialing
748-5224. You can visit us on Portland Street in St. Johnsbury, online, thebarrettagency.com. Google, Facebook, and YouTube. Just look for Barrett Insurance Agency.
Bippity boppity boop. See you next Wednesday.
Yep.